Hey guys, so it's been 2 years since my last setup video. I was supposed to do one for 2017, but I don't know what happened. I don't think enough changed for me to solicit having a new video. But here it is. This is where I work, Lamau. This is where I do my streaming, my editing, replying to comments, all that jazz. Everything is done here, and also on my laptop, but we'll get to that later. So what have we got here? We've got a Corsair Glaive mouse. That's the mouse I'm currently using. It's got everything you need for a mouse, RGB. You can change the little handhold thing here. You can change this. There you go. And there's like 2 other ways of having it. It's a good mouse. I like the weight, and it's what I use to shoot people with. We've also got these are very, very nice. This is the Corsair HS70 headset. Now this is a wireless headset. I've had wireless headsets before, but I ended up stopping using wireless headsets because I got upset with the previous quality, but these ones have turned me back to using wireless headsets again. I can walk outside into the garden wearing them, I can walk around and make tea, I can do things, I can listen to podcasts and stuff whilst I'm doing work. And yeah, so far it's been a brilliant headset. The best thing about it is that you can charge it in about 20 minutes. So if you run out of battery, you can plug it in, still use it whilst it's plugged in, and then 20 minutes later, they're fully charged already. And then you've got another, what, like 10 hours of battery left, of constant use. So these have been really amazing. We've still got the Logitech C920 webcam. It's too reliable. I don't know why I haven't used anything else. I've still got it. It's what I've been using for ages. It's just the webcam of streamers, isn't it? We've got the Corsair Strafe. Now I've still got my old Strafe, but this is the Corsair Strafe Mark II keyboard, mechanical keyboard, silent keys. We talked about this in our last video for setups, right? So this is the K70. That's what I use on my streaming PC, and this one is the Corsair Strafe. Now the Corsair K70 has standard switches. I mean, this is still probably pretty quiet, right? Pretty quiet, but then you've got the silent switches. And the Corsair Strafe is easily the best keyboard for streaming. Like, I've tried lots of others. I've tried ones with normal mechanical keys. Everyone complains about the fact that they can hear the key clicks all the time, and apparently it distracts them from the content. We've also got the Stream Deck. Now, if you're a content creator and you stream, or even if you just do general things like changing music, whatever, mostly if you're a content creator, the Stream Deck is like a must. Everyone has a Stream Deck. Every streamer, you know, in the modern age has got to have a Stream Deck. And then they went ahead and made a little Stream Deck Mini. So I was like, okay. I mean, I use the main Stream Deck on my streaming PC, and that controls OBS and music, etc. Webcams, whether they're on and off, my Twitch chat. And then the Stream Deck Mini is connected to my gaming PC, and I've got that set up for things like music, opening web pages and stuff, opening programs such as my alerts, for instance, on my gaming PC. So that's the Stream Deck Mini is set on my gaming PC, and the larger Stream Deck is on my streaming PC. So everything is controlled by Stream Decks one way or another. We've still got the same microphones from 2 years ago, which is the AT2020 and the Samson C01U. I still stand by the Samson C01U. I've used it since day one. Then we've got the Corsair MM300 extended. Nice long mouse pad, plenty of space to move your mice around left and right. So I've got a 40cm 360. So as you can see, I've got more than enough space to do a 40cm either way if I wanted to. I think that covers everything. We've got the ASUS XG258Q. That is my 240 Hz monitor. Now that I can get an average of 180 FPS in Battlefield 1, and I can get 240 FPS easily in Fortnite, I can then see all those frames. So if you really want the highest FPS and you're playing on low settings, 240 Hz, 1080p, that's for you. So this laptop was sent to me by MSI, one of my sponsors. It is the GS65 Stealth Thin 8RF, and it has a GTX 1070 somewhere in there and an Intel i7 8th generation processor. It runs with an SSD and it's 144 Hertz if you wanted to game on the move. So if I ever wanted to do like a Battlefield stream whilst I was traveling around, I could definitely do that. I've already traveled to LA and Sweden with it, and you actually saw the first Battlefield 5 footage that I recorded was edited on this laptop, and it was a 20-minute session of footage, and the entire thing rendered in 18 minutes using the onboard 1080 using the NVENC encoder, which is insane for a laptop. And as I said, I've done all of my Battlefield 5 videos on this laptop and all the Photoshop work. It's insanely light. It's super like small form. Boom. RGB keyboard as well. Raw footage. Straight after the laptop. Unfortunately, you can't buy these cats on Amazon. They're rather expensive. They're really white. They don't like human interaction, but they love to be in the same room as you. As I said, I don't think I have an Amazon link for this one. You're just going to have to look around. But yeah, these ones, you know, they're alright. They get the job done. And they're very sleepy most of the time. So it's absolutely fine. And here it is. This is the brand new gaming PC that we built on stream 2 days ago. I say brand new, I've used a lot of older parts, but I've upgraded it with an i7-8700K. Thank you, Intel, for sending that. It's overclocked at 4.7 gigahertz and is stable around 70 to 75 degrees centigrade on max load. We have the Corsair H100i cooler, which is cooling it brilliantly. Keeping it around 70 degrees is perfect. So we're using the Arctic MX4 thermal paste, if you're interested. And yeah, this whole bundle has been working brilliantly. MSI Z370 Gaming PLUS motherboard is the motherboard that we used. Straight away, I decided to overclock in the first day. I used the onboard MSI BIOS, and I was able to easily update the clock speeds and stuff like that and overclock just using a YouTube tutorial. It was brilliant. We've also got Corsair Vengeance DDR4 3200 megahertz RAM. We've also got the EVGA GTX 1080 Ti ICX edition. Stays a little bit cooler, works brilliantly. I think I've used it for the last year or so. We've got a Corsair RM850 watt power supply, really high wattage. Don't necessarily need that much wattage. I think I kind of went overkill, but at the same time, I never know what I'm going to add to this later on. Like I'm constantly swapping and changing things. I think I've used the RM850 for about 3 years now, and I've had no problems. Something else that I've changed, I've added a Samsung 960 Evo M.2 SSD drive. It's this very tiny little thing stuck just below the Corsair cooler there. I don't know if you can see it. That allows me to boot into Windows in less than 10 seconds. And then we've also got 3 SSDs. I'm only using SSDs. So I've got a 1 terabyte Crucial SSD and 2 500 gigabyte Samsung Evo SSDs. So this PC never has to deal with any HDDs and any of the slow memory transfer that they have. This is all sitting in a Corsair 750D case. I've used this 750D since I started streaming, and I just keep on upgrading it with different parts, and the airflow is, as you can see, it's just a big open box. Don't necessarily need it for the size, but it works for me. So under my second desk, we have my secondary PC, also known as my streaming PC. Now this one is using a Elgato 4K60. So the reason why I have to use an Elgato 4K60, not just because it's really good, but also because it's one of the only capture cards that allows 240 Hertz pass-through from my 240 Hertz monitor. This one has Corsair Vengeance RGB, 3000 megahertz. As you can see, the colors are changing on the RAM, makes it look really pretty. It's a shame because this PC doesn't get seen as much as my gaming PC. Maybe I'll switch the cases around at some point, but either way. It's using an i7 7700K, which is my previous processor, so I've swapped them over. And it's using a Corsair H115i. I think it's a 115 or a 115. It's got an ASUS Strix motherboard, nice colourful little ensemble going on in here. And I think it's got a 600 watt Corsair power supply. I think it's one of the modular ones. And this is killed in the Corsair Carbide Air 240 case, which is absolutely huge. Has a really nice little window, so you can open it up and see inside if you wanted to. I wouldn't touch anything whilst it's running, but it's got a nice little window, really easy access, really easy to just quickly change parts here and there if you wanted to. So yeah, little stream PC, lovely. I say little, it's actually massive, but there you go. So, there's a couple more things I want to show you. Obviously a lot of people will ask about what chair I use. This is a Herman Miller Aeron. They're usually very expensive, but I actually bought this one second hand from a wholesaler. Works perfectly, works exactly as it's supposed to, which is supposed to support your back. I also use gaming chairs, like racing chairs, and they're pretty much the same. Like, I thought I was going to see a massive difference buying a really expensive Herman Miller Aeron, which yeah, they are insanely expensive. But to be honest, I haven't seen that much difference from using a racer chair. So if I do end up switching back to a racer chair, don't be surprised. So we've also got my green screen. What I have now is I have the Elgato green screen, which slides away when I don't need it, so I can literally just stick it under this sofa. I don't know if you can see it on the left side. And whenever I want to use it, I just undo the buckles, open this up, and lift. And then it stays there by itself. I don't know if you can see the whole height there. Obviously, I have my windows and stuff closed, so you won't see the shadow of the action in the background. But yeah, I also have a light, a little fill light to make sure that the green screen is correctly lit. And then when I'm done with it, just boom, and it's gone. This saves a lot of time, and obviously it's a lot better than my previous method of using a green screen. We've also got the Xbox One X over there. We were given that by Xbox UK. I bought, I think it's the same TV from last time. The Hisense, yeah. So we bought a Hisense 4K TV relatively cheaply. I don't know how much it is on Amazon now, but it was only like 300 quid. And we were like, oh, this one's going to be a dodgy one. And it's lasted us 2 years. But yeah, I think that's everything really. This is my room. This is where I work now. This is my cat. All the links to everything you've seen in this video will be in the description if you wanted to buy them. And just remember, I'm sponsored by MSI, and I'm also sponsored by Corsair. So thank you to those guys for sending a lot of the stuff over. And also thanks to Intel for sending us the 8700K processor. Cheers for watching, guys. Like if you enjoyed. And yeah, as I said, I hope this gave you some insight into how I work and stuff. Yeah, see you guys soon on stream. Goodbye.